know what you're expecting now that you're back.
I'm expecting adequate compensation.
Tulsa.
What's Tulsa?
I want you to go there. The horse race, the springboard mile. There's nobody doing nothing.
Hey guys, imagine you're making a cool movie with your friends. You have a script, characters, music, and location you want to use. Chains of title are like a big checklist to make sure you can use everything without getting into trouble.
You feel confident
So what
that you
are
can
they?
identify this person. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. It's him, your client.
Are you sure that's the person? There's no doubt in your mind. Take your time.
That's him.
Would you be surprised to learn that the person you just pointed to is not the defendant? My client is in the back of the courtroom.
Your Honor, objection.
Oh, Mr. Goodnight.
My brother is not a bad person. He can't help himself.
I'm a lawyer. Selling people, convincing people. That's what I do all day, every day.
Chains of titles in filmmaking are like a permission slip for everything you do in film. They keep you out of trouble, make sure you have the right to use the stuff, and let you focus on making your movie awesome. Let's break it down on what chains of title are in the film industry in simple words. It helps make sure you're not breaking any rules when using stuff like a script, music, characters, and location. You don't want the police knocking on your door while you are making your movie. People who give you money to make the movie, like investors and companies, want to know you won't have legal problems later, so they ask for your chains of title. They check your chains of title to make sure that everything is all right. Avoiding fights. Chains of title prevent fights with people who own the stuff you want to use. You don't want someone to say, hey, you can use my song in your movie after it's done, you know. It lets you be creative without worrying about legal stuff. You can focus on making your film awesome. And insurance. If something goes wrong while making your movie, like a prop gets stolen or someone gets hurt, having a good chains of title can help with insurance claims. And paperwork proof. Chains of titles are like a folder full of papers. These papers show who gave you permission to use things in your movie. It's proof that you're allowed to use them. So, in simple terms, chains of titles are what? Are script rights. For example, the rights to use a script. It involves the writer or including options or purchase of the script. And rental place, for example, if you rent a location, then you have to ask for permission and sign a contract with the owner of the location. If you're shooting in a street or public places, you have to have permission from police authorities and municipality in order to shoot in public places. For example, in the streets or park or cemeteries and in such nature. And also, if you're using props on set, then you have to make sure that you have permission. For example, when you put a Coca-Cola can on the table, make sure that you have permission from the company. So if you don't want to get involved in legal problems, it's better to use, let's say, a can that doesn't have any branding on it, or wine, for example. In many scenes, you might want to use wine or different alcohol and beverages, so make sure that you have the permission. Whatever you're using in film, you would need the permission. And make sure to get insurance for your film. It's really necessary. And image and likeness rights is like, if the film includes the likeness of individuals, obtaining releases and permission is critical part of chains of title. For example, if you are making a biopic, then you have to ask the person that you are making the film, ask their family permission, or children, grandchildren, if they are deceased. And errors and omission insurance. Many filmmakers get errors and omission insurance as part of their chains of title. This insurance provides protection in case of legal claims related to the film's content. For example, when you make a film, you're using a part of a dialogue in the film that belongs to another film or a book. Then you have to ask for permission, even if it's a sentence long. So make sure that you don't get into trouble. Legal record, it's like the complete chains of title serves as a historical record of how the film's rights were acquired and maintained, which can be important in case of disputes or legal issues. And contracts and agreements. Chains of title involves a collection of contracts, licenses, releases, and other legal agreements that demonstrate ownership and permissions. So, in summary, chains of title in film production are a comprehensive set of legal documents and agreements that ensure filmmakers have the rights and permissions to use all the elements in their movie. These documents provide legal protection, financial security, and creative freedom, while also minimizing the risk of legal challenges or disputes. Just remember, in some countries, the oral agreement in the presence of witnesses also legally binding. But it is better to obtain the written agreement. But if you have an oral agreement in front of the witness, it is also binding, just in case if in your country you have different rules and regulations, because nobody forces an actor to play in the film. They come and perform in the film and agree to be presented in certain conditions. So oral agreement also is legal. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.